Leadership challenges in large projects. This presentation is done by Neil Tollett, Nitesh Thaya, Vatsal Patel, and Kshitij Garg, and we have chosen the project case of Tesla electric cars. As an engine of prosperity and economic growth, Tesla has been epitomized by the hard driving leadership of control and command. However, the current era has introduced even more challenges than ever before with extremely demanding customers, highly complicated international market challenges, unfamiliar technologies, disruption by new players, and tight regulations. In reference with the large high-risk projects of Tesla electric car and its management, this report focuses on identifying specific challenges and possible recommendations involved in similar projects. This presentation will identify key leadership challenges faced by Elon Musk in the Tesla project. As per the overall analysis of the challenges and real life scenarios, specific recommendations will be provided to enhance the effectiveness of future projects in dealing with such challenges. Based on the overall discussion and analysis, key points of conclusions will also be drafted. Introduction. Of the several components combining complex long duration projects, the most significant one is the occurrence of inevitable changes across the business environment. This necessitates modifications in almost every component of the project. Acknowledging such challenges, successful leadership teams of project evolve and practice situation based on project leadership. Apart from the adoption of changes, the sheer involvement of tasks in large projects heavily burdens the project team. It has been demonstrated by several researchers that the fewer the deliverables and small size project teams, the higher their chances of achieving project success. The complications of huge project require specifically directed attention to plan project, establish and deliver solutions, select members of team, and sustain a team of high performance. There are only few projects performing adequate management of risk. In case of long duration, it becomes crucial for identifying risk after every phase while re-examining the responses of risk. As a well-known project entrepreneur, Elon Musk follows a hands-on approach to lead his exclusive projects. SpaceX reusable rocket systems and Tesla electric cars are the two of the most risky projects run by him currently in full mode of production. Musk faced the biggest challenge of leadership in his career as he put in the efforts for pushing Tesla beyond a simple electric car business. Musk moved Tesla to a full-on manufacturer and provider of solutions in sustainable transportation and energy. Specific challenges in Tesla electric car project. The Model S sedan in the stage of production since years and has sufficient demand to help Tesla in meeting the annual targets of delivery. However, since the last 2 years, Tesla is falling short on the main guidance of delivery. There was launch of Model X SUV way after schedule while besetting the complexities of engineering and design that limit such production. There is some opportunity in Model X for contributing to the vast cash needs of Tesla. The Model 3 is crucial to the goal of Musk to sell 500,000 vehicles on annual basis by the year 2018, but Musk is forced to rethink the entire process in the industry assembly. Due to the accelerating pace of change, the challenges are even bigger by no or slow growth in several markets. However, there is no denial in the fact that Elon Musk has set an agenda throughout the industry and has changed the game. As a matter of fact, Tesla is proving its success such that well known automobile companies are changing their strategies to compete with it. Key leadership challenges in the project. In the current era, the leadership challenge is to deal with the greater ambiguity and uncertainty arising as a result of change acceleration. The current environment is supported by a knowledge era in which key emphasizes is lead upon interrelated capabilities instead of individual solutions. Two biggest assets of Tesla that drives its high quality premium are leadership and innovation. For attaining the objective to transform the industry, Tesla has to focus on increasing the production of its cars significantly. Tesla seems to deliver overwhelmed promises while it rarely hits the ambitious timelines. Since the last 5 years, Tesla is falling short by at least 20 projections that ranges from output of car production to finance-related targets. Musk also announced a drastically modified schedule of production for Model 3. Further leadership challenges will be explained by my friend Neil.
Hi, I am Neil Tolar and I'm going to continue from this part. Rather than pushing it back, Tesla moved the schedule ahead by 2 years. It can be seen that Tesla aggressively and probably unrealistic goals of production focusing on manufacturing 500,000 vehicles in the year 2018. Leadership is an important factor in the entire process of a project, and the significance of leadership has started to grow with the increased quantities of international large projects. As individuals from all across the world deliver collaborative performance to meet project goals and objectives, there is a need of good team environment and leadership for achieving success. For a project to operate across optimal scopes related to quantity, quality, and speed, there is a crucial requirement of organized leaders. There can be stemming of huge chaos as a result of disorganization and detrimental barriers for the achievement of success in the project. The planning of project is started by detailing a timeline, budget, work breakdown, and scope of crucial milestones. In the absence of these stages, project will fail. The sense of organization is not only critical to the project plan in the initial stages of executing the project. It has to be emphasized in the entire period of the project. With the powering of leadership traits in organization, confidence is passed on to other team members for establishing a sense of credibility and purpose. Its compounding is done by a bust and boom trend of procurement in certain sectors that depicts no experience are there from the prior cycle in crucial positions of starting the next cycle. This recognition is done by the establishment of competency standards under complex project managers. Now, discussion on specific and general leadership challenges in project life cycle. Irrespective of common challenges, there are certain challenges normally engaging project leaders without hardly affecting the performance of functional managers. The challenges end up making the job of project leader extremely grueling and stressful with distribution across a number of aspects of activity in project management. The most crucial aspect of any project is the limitation of resources and time. Because of this fact, normally organizations such as Tesla prefer the utilization of current capabilities for organization of their new projects. No matter what, organizing the project is not independent or separate from the parent organization. This recognition is done by the establishment of competency standards under complex project managers. The dramatic impacts of interrelationships with additional programs are completely neglected or underestimated. Lack of attention towards such interconnections during the initial stages of project reflects the major loss of opportunity and even the failure of the project. This category of organization structure is referred as the matrix structure. Efficient utilization of every resource apart from rapidly and flexibly answering the needs of client are some basic benefits of this particular structure. Conflict and confusion on responsibilities and roles between project leaders and functional managers are the biggest challenges involved in organizations with matrix structure. In this type of system, subordinates end up experiencing confusion as they have to make simultaneous reports for the two leadership authorities. In an organization of matrix structure, there is distribution of responsibilities and authorities between project leaders and functional managers in the absence of clear lines. The issue ends up creating conflict and ambiguity on areas like allocation of resource and the task assigned to the employees. Moving on to the workforce motivation challenges, ensuring the motivation of workforce is crucial challenge for project leaders. The temporary attribute related to the project task highly influences the performance and attitude of workforce. The biggest challenge in this area is low commitment towards the organization in comparison with operational employees. The clear reason is that business also shows low commitment towards them. Due to temporary aspect of projects, there is normal employment of the workforces with contracts of short term. Therefore, it is clear that if any temporarily employed personnel is hired for a better job position with increased stability will end up leaving the project at rapid pace. Such a scenario will be confronting the project leader with major challenges, specifically in picking out various activities. An additional challenge is that the scope of obedience across project employees is significantly low when compared to operational personnel. Hence, they end up easily protesting at times disobeying the superiors. An additional challenge in this aspect is related to financial limitations. In normal sense, project staff members end up demanding high salaries which is specifically due to contracts of short tenure. Thank you. From now, my other friend will continue. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Vatsal Patel and I'm going to discuss about cross-functional challenges. As specified before, arranging a project team includes the selection of individuals with different backgrounds and specialties while they are gathered together for being led by a project leader or manager. In implementing a large-scale project, arrangement of team is a huge task and as there is an involvement of activities like engineering and designing, installing equipment, procuring, finally commissioning the factory. In order to fulfill all those steps, there is a crucial requirement of project team with a number of different specialties. This is a specific area in which project leaders face significant challenges. A project leader has to focus on the management of individuals from diversified disciplines and backgrounds. The number of specialties to be managed involves significant variations as per the size of project and the respective industry. The management of such professional team with a number of specialties brings in significant challenges. The project manager is in need of obtaining a minimum scope of knowledge in each and every specialty for the achievement of ability in communicating with the members of team and the managing team. In other cases, subordinates may even end up underestimating the project leader, ignoring him in some situations of decision making, or even cheating him. Such low scopes of self esteem increases the criticality of such a situation. Further ahead, the project leader requires a higher scope of self-esteem for dealing with such teams having diversified expertise and backgrounds. The success of any cross-functional team is highly dependent on the effectiveness of team like coordination, cooperation, and communication. Due to such functional diversity, cross-functional teams involve people from different values and goals for working together. Such differences end up creating barriers to effective process of team while making issues in the establishment of cooperative links among the members of team. In addition, the increase in diversity lead towards low cohesiveness of team. It is a huge job for making a climate of cooperation and cohesiveness in a team with functional diversity. There is a crucial challenge to be dealt by project leaders in large-scale, high-risk projects. Project leaders tackling the challenges. The shareholders of Tesla are being reassured consistently about the strong demand and scope for overcoming issues in production. It was an expectation set by that there will be a rise in annual production by more than 50% in the year 2014 and again in 2015, but failed. For overcoming the issues of integration, Tesla considered separating the body center of Model S from the body center of Model X to ensure that the ramping up of Model X will not be affecting the production of Model S. Tesla stated its key intention for boosting production by reducing the complexity of the product. The most significant actions intended by Tesla is reducing the complexity of manufacturing with simplified product offers to reduce the options available while powertraining the combinations. This helped in the enhancements of specific ability for scaling production in the year 2015. It was stated by Musk that individuals do not understand the challenges of manufacturing due to which it is extremely difficult, significantly known for challenging several aspects in the convention business model. Tesla appears to demonstrate its lack of immunity from challenges in the association with the increased production in the electric car projects. It seems to scope up with the growing complexity of products and development. For solving the leadership challenges of Tesla, there is use of resources and experience in storing and generating solar energy for the reinvention of electrical grid. Referring to the battery factory of Tesla, the batteries of Tesla become a network to assist utility business in dealing with the increasing demand for electricity. This idea of sharing platform is major thought in the business model of Tesla. The key objective is that autonomous and self-driving cars will be sharing vehicles with Tesla or not being used. This will enable the cars in ferrying other passengers. The Model S sedan is between the podium on production because years and has ample asset in accordance with assist Tesla between assembly, the annual pursuits regarding delivery. For meeting challenges in association with assembling and inventing future services and products, Tesla encourages and allows the executive for retaining the spirit of entrepreneurship. Majority of the executives has involvement in a number of other organizations or side projects. The key finding is that Tesla cannot be categorized as a stable business for coordinating and controlling the activities through managers delivering the specific authorities hierarchically. In addition, there is no specific focus on financial returns in the shorter run. Instead, there is organization of the Tesla projects as an autonomous ecosystem under constant evolution, with stakeholders under multiple interactions have different expertise, knowledge, and identities. This includes startups, other employees, and executives. Crucial to such inclusiveness and openness is the content and form of corporate communication. The heavily meditated and manufactured strategies and techniques of communication as per traditional corporates are now replaced by an approach with radical differences. As a matter of fact, this new approach is extremely crucial in order to establish an ecosystem with maximum sustainability. As a bedrock, concerning success or economic growth, such has been epitomized by using the strong using leaders on monitoring or command. However, the modern day technology has introduced even more challenges than ever before, including extraordinary annoying customers, incredibly complicated worldwide market challenges, unfamiliar technologies, and etc. Due to Due in imitation of the accelerating career of change, the challenges are too better by using not yet gradual growth of various markets. However, even in no Daniel within the truth up to expectation, Elon Musk has accept an agenda in the course of industry then has changed the game. As a reliable fact, Tesla is approval its advancement certain up to expectation regular automobile companies are changing the techniques after compete along it. From here on, my friend Kshitish Garg will continue. Thank you.
Recommendations for future projects. There is a requirement of strong project leaders for dealing with bureaucratic or administrative projects, but this does not reflect the fact that strong leadership will always depict successful leadership. The role played by project leaders should be demonstrated by the set of managerial and leadership roles. Execution and planning are two different ends because of new responsibilities. This is specified by the definition of business expectation and outcome. Project leaders ought to focal point about soundly applying the practices concerning mission administration together with its leadership. However, there is no substitution regarding leading into challenge management. Any task chief stay inspiring, motivating, negotiating, then communication. Such behaviors hold ordinarily prominence into professions than people then are much less technical. Therefore, there has in conformity with remain and appreciation on new project managers so much are sharply pushed through leadership. Therefore, main quality is crucial for the current era of leadership. With the first quality of education, it means that due to the changing nature of project management, leaders should be evolving their styles of leadership as per the suitability of all new possibilities. The next quality is empowerment. Project leaders need to adhere with industrial system and standards. There has to be creation of shared vision for achieving success significantly. The key implication of this is the freedom of inspiring, prioritizing, directing, supporting, challenging, delegating, negotiating, encouraging, and rewarding the team of the project. It is a serious responsibility but also necessary for creating trust in the leader and in the process. In organizations, chief executives should be fostering an environment in which there is encouragement of people for being totem bearers in the organization. The next quality is knowledge. A respectful leader will be bringing the experience in a project while building confidence by personal wisdom. This is involved through experience and further supported by updated qualifications and theory. Finally, monitoring is also an important ability. Leaders should have the ability of controlling projects and continuously checking specific parts as constructive challenges are raised that slow down the progress of operations or end up losing relevance. They can be used of gate management for the creation of opportunities in gathering customer and team members feedback on regular basis. As a subsequence, a formal review of external quality assurance must be conducted across major deliverables while incorporating actions for the correction of defects. These defects should be resolved prior to proceeding with the work. Courageous leadership is a crucial competency as large projects have a huge pool of resources to represent different job roles and organizations. In addition, the sheer number of risks and issues create difficulties for the completion of these tasks. In such an environment, courageous leadership makes a huge difference between failure and success. Courageous leadership is crucial to clarify specific significances and take up a stand for resolving significant issues. The influence on another is to give compelling reasons for suggestions and ideas and to win support of stakeholder and user community and project teams. There should also be an ability of persuasive negotiation and performance of actions by others. Resilient actions are crucial in project leadership and specifically significant for projects consisting of several crucial stages. Conclusion. The two biggest assets of Tesla that drives its high quality premium and leadership and innovation. For attaining the objective to transform the industry, Tesla has to focus on increasing the production of its cars significantly. Tesla seems to deliver overrun promises while it rarely hits the ambitious timelines. However, there is a need for carefully selecting projects as per the identified competencies of leadership crucial for the cultivation of executive needs. In the current era, it is also crucial for building a cross-functional experience provided with the development of executives to broadly under the overall business with the establishment of significant internal relationships and network. In irrespective of common challenges, there are certain challenges normally engaging project leaders without hardly affecting the performance of functional managers. The challenges end up making the job of project leader extremely grueling and stressful, with distribution across a number of aspects of activities in project management. The three main HR challenges that are to be dealt by project leader have been elaborated in the research. Project leaders should focus on soundly applying the practices of project management with its leadership, but there is no substitution of leadership in the project management. In order to be successful, project leaders should be focused on combining technical knowledge and skills with the necessary interpersonal qualities for being good in leadership. Any project leader should be inspiring, motivating, negotiating, and communicating. Such behaviors have typical prominence in professions and people that are less technical. Therefore, there has to be an emergence of new project managers that are strongly driven by leadership in project management. Here are the references that we use to make the whole assignment. I hope you like our presentation. Thank you. That will be all.